A very warm good evening and welcome to Have Your Say Club Tete-a-Tete show. I'm Surbi Saxena, the host for today's show, and we have today a very special guest. He is an immensely talented young member of our club. He is a software engineer by profession and he never fears to put his thought in front. Please welcome Mr. Bhaskar Maheshwari. Welcome to our show, Bhaskar.
Hi, Survi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for these kind words. I hope I deserve them all.
Definitely, definitely. Bhaskar, please share some background about yourself, about your education, your profession, and from where you belong to.
So I come from Ajmer. I belong to Ajmer. I was born and brought up there. Did my schooling in Ajmer. Then for college, graduation, post graduation, I moved to Jaipur. I did it. Both the graduation and the post graduation from Amity University, Jaipur. And once I got a placement with one of the companies in Gurgaon, they asked me to go to Bangalore. So, for last 6 years, starting from 2014, I was in Bangalore. Then I moved. I decided to move back to Jaipur again. So back to square one. And the kind of person I am, I just like to say things on the face, and I appreciate if the person in front reciprocates in the same way.
Definitely. So, Bhaskar, how was your experience and what all the challenges you faced moving from Tier 2 city to Tier 1 city?
Well, it was definitely a learning experience. Uh, Moving from a smaller city to a bigger city, in a lot of ways, it's a challenge. In good as well as the bad ways. Good ways, I can cherish them for the entire life, and bad ways have made me learn a lot of things. The kind of background, normally being a middle class person, coming from a middle class family, moving to, not only moving to Bangalore, but then even moving to Jaipur was a big challenge because I could see things which made me feel surreal at times. Because there were things that I had never heard of. I could see them happening in front of me. Good thing is that I was able to experience most of them. Some of them, as I said, made me a better person, and some memories I'll always keep with myself so that I can cherish them for the entire life. So it was, it was a good, fruitful journey, I would say.
बिल्कुल तो भास्कर हम जो लोग हैं स्पेशली जो हमारी जनरेशन है उनका तो ड्रीम होता है ऐसे बड़ी सिटीज जाके और बिग कंपनीज में काम करना बट यू टेक अ रिवर्स गियर व्हाई व्हाट वाज द रीजन
So the reason were categorically three reasons. First, when I was in Bangalore, I was in relationships which, unfortunately or fortunately, was we broke up. So there was no point of me. There's always a phase of being Devdas in life, right? So I went into that phase for some time, and that is where I thought that now I don't have anything else left in the city to live for. So that was one reason. Second reason was my parents, were actually asking me to move back, for the last, I would say, 1.5 years. So I thought that now God has given me an indication that, your relationship is gone now. Now you can move back. And the third reason was money. I was spending a lot of money, a lot of money, when I was in Bangalore because I was living alone. There was no control, and I was not able to save a lot of money. That was the third reason I chose to move back to Jaipur.
so did it was somewhere a career compromise or like the career prioritized was not there because Jaipur and Bangalore if we compare then definitely Bangalore has more exposure in terms of career wise.
Yeah, but then at the moment, I think Jaipur is also growing. In the last 4, 5, 6 years, Jaipur has grown a lot. There have been a lot of investment that has come in Jaipur. There are a lot of good companies that have come in Jaipur. In fact, there are plans for a lot of big companies, to make Jaipur as their headquarters. So Jaipur is, seeing a lot of exciting times at the moment. But career-wise, I have never I've never felt bothered about my career because that has never been very important to me. Uh, in ways that it's basically a survival thing for me. I just need to earn some money, and so that I can pay my bills, so that I can make my ends meet. That's about it. Otherwise, it doesn't excite me. Like I never feel excited waking up early in the morning and going to a job and doing that. I do it because I have to do it because it gives me money. That's one thing. So
So
career-wise, I was quite chill. That if I'm able to do it in Bangalore, I'll be able to do it anywhere.
definitely, if we have talent, we can survive anywhere, Bhaskar. So, what are your dreams? Now you are back to Jaipur. So, 5 year down the line, if I ask you a question, then what are your dreams?
So dream is to be on stage and talk to a lot of people. I mean, in any which way possible. One thing that I've recently figured out is stand-up comedy because some of my well-wishers have told me that I have a bit of sense of humor and the way I talk sounds funny at times. So I'm trying my hand at stand-up comedy at the moment because of lockdown. It slowed down a bit, but then now it's again picking up. So that's one thing that I will do. Stage is something, I mean, that has excited me always. I always like talking to people. I always like interacting with people. I love this fact that someone is listening to me because in this crowded world, people don't have time to listen to their peers. But then if I'm on stage, then I've got at least 100 200 people who are listening to me. So this this entire concept of being on stage excites me, and I think stand-up comedy is something that can take me there. So this is what the thing is. Dream, as in, there's no definite dream, but then yes, I want to live an abundant life where I don't need to think about money most of the matters. If I want to buy something, I can buy. If I want to drive a car that I like, I should be able to drive it. If not a Bentley, then at least a Mercedes. Even the lower end would work, but then Mercedes should be there. So I'm a bit materialistic in those terms. So yes, that's the dream.
तो बिल्कुल भास्कर, आप तो बिल्कुल एकदम ऑडियंस के साथ कनेक्ट हो जाते हैं, ये आप में टैलेंट है। आई होप ये जो हम अभी इंटरव्यू कर रहे हैं ये भी आपको बहुत हेल्पफुल करे आगे फ्यूचर में, बिकॉज यू एक्चुअली हैव दैट टैलेंट ऑफ स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी। तो भास्कर, ये तो आपका था ड्रीम्स एंड ऑल, बट आपने स्टार्टिंग में बताया आपने पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन भी करा हुआ है। So
Yes.
how is this journey of selecting as being an engineer and then doing MBA and that one state?
First of all, thank you for those kind words. Again, I hope जैसा आपने बोला वैसा हो. Coming back to your question, I think I never chose really. I mean, what to do in life because there were certain circumstances that were there in front of me, and I just had to, uh, opt them. Otherwise, there was no option. So it was like it was not that I was given four options. I had to choose one. It was only one thing, and I had to live with it. So that is the way engineering happened because it all started in 10th class. Fortunately or unfortunately, I got some good marks. I mean, fairly good, 87%, 86%. So everyone was opting for science who was more than 80. So commerce was never an option, though my father wanted me to be a chartered accountant. But because all my friends were going for science, that commerce is for people who score 70. And then arts was definitely not there in contention at any point in time. So science was the only option. After 2 3 months, I realized that this is not my cup of tea. But then because of the peer pressure and friends, log kya kahenge, what people would say. Because of that pressure, I had to continue for 2 years. I burnt a lot of money with my parents in all those coaching classes of IITs and IIT. My rank in most of these exams was equivalent to my phone number, right? But during that time only, my father's colleague, his son was studying in this university called Amity University in Jaipur. And my father said that, you see, if you wish to do your engineering from there. So I said, let's go and check it out. So we went there and my father just liked it. My father, had that point that if his son can study there, my son can also do that. And there he got an option to, make me pursue the dual degree, which was BTech and the MBA, 5 years. So it made sense for him. He's a Marwadi and it makes sense that you will get 2 degrees Instead of 6 years, you will only spend 5 years, and that way you will save 1 year. Savings is something that attracts Marwadis a lot. So that is how engineering and then MBA happened to me.
So I think the win-win situation it was now for both father and son. You wanted to get out of this Ajmer, and
Yeah,
father
that was one
wanted
reason.
to have this 6 years course in 5 years. So yeah, it was a win-win deal. So,
Yeah,
Bhaskar, our generation is termed as millennial generation, no? So, आप तो बैंगलोर भी रह के आए हैं तो और बहुत ज्यादा आपने 6 साल देखा भी है तो वो क्या है हमारी जनरेशन में जो एक चैलेंज भी हम लोग फेस करते हैं एंड व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल थॉट ऑफ आवर जनरेशन.
this is actually very interesting because all the people who were born in 80s and 90s, they are basically millennials, right? So what I feel is when I look back, I mean, I did not know this. I mean, after reading things, what happened in 80s and 90s, I think a lot of changes, a lot of significant changes across nation have happened, right? Computers came in, then internet came in, then the world has almost become global village kind of a thing. So everyone is globalized, but still, because the help of with the help of digital, it is localized in a way. So that has actually given a lot of opportunities, but then it has taken away that, or probably I would say, it has ruptured that social fabric in our society. I mean, when I see the older generations, they were still thick friends with each other, but then now our friendships. I mean, this has happened with me, so I can tell you our friendships are just limited to WhatsApp or Facebook. We just talk on birthdays or just wish each other Diwali wishes. There's no concept of going down there and meeting your friends. So that is something which is a challenge. I mean, maintaining that social fabric. Secondly, I feel it happens with me a lot of times. I try to be what I'm not. So I basically I become wannabe at times. So this could be one challenge. And the third thing, I mean, I don't see it as a challenge personally, but then yes, being materialistic, you know, caring too much about the material things around you, not the emotional part of it.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सही बोला है आपने कि वी आर क्वाइट मटीरियलिस्टिक और जिस तरीके से हम सोशल मीडिया से कनेक्टेड है शायद से उसने और ज्यादा हम लोगों को मटीरियलिस्टिक बना दिया कि अच्छा उसके पास वो है तो एटलीस्ट
Yes.
वो तो हमारे पास होना ही चाहिए. सो
Yes.
भास्कर, प्रोफेशन के बारे में आपने बोला था कि द स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी एक्साइट्स यू. सो keeping all this apart, other than what are all your hobbies and what other things that excites you?
So I'm also, I mean, since I'm also a millennial, so binge watching is something that I mean I can do. It's kind of a hobby. I mean, it's kind of pastime. If I like a particular web series or a movie, I can watch it like season by season, or in one go. Apart from that, if I talk about outdoor activities, then I like traveling a lot. I mean, you can send me to a calm place which is closer to nature, probably like the northeastern part of India, or some of the areas in south of India, or if you go to the mountains, Himachal, or Kashmir, or the other Pahadi area, right, of our country. So that excites me. I mean, a place like Goa, a beach which is calmer, which is not considerably calmer. I mean, not too many of human beings are there. I can spend my entire nights and days over there just listening to the sounds of the waves coming and going. I enjoy that a lot. And then for the last 1 year, I've been meditating a lot. So I meditate daily for about 1.5 hours. So that basically keeps me calm and excited at the same time to do certain things in life.
ग्रेट. तो अभी तो लॉकडाउन में फिर आपको तो कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं आया होगा, भले ही ट्रैवलिंग मिस हो गया लेकिन यू केप्ट ऑन विद अनदर पैशन ऑफ वाचिंग नेटफ्लिक्स शोज ऑन नेटफ्लिक्स एंड वेब सीरीज. तो मतलब आपका तो अगर एक पैशन नहीं था तो आपको दूसरा पैशन करने को मिल गया.
या मैंने बहुत सारे सीरीज देखे, बहुत बहुत कुछ देखा, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा मैंने.
ओके, सो ग्रेट. मतलब you enjoyed either of your passions.
Yeah, so being lazy is another hobby that I have. So if you give me a chance to be lazy and just lie down, I can do that. I love doing it.
Nice. So, Bhaskar, ये आपने बोला you do meditation as well. So, does
Yes.
meditation and comedy does double dose of this solve the millennial problem to a certain level?
Uh, I think so because both of them helps me to vent out my irritations and frustrations because of certain things in life, right? And comedy is something that I can make people laugh and I can laugh with them at the same time. So there's nothing. I mean, there's no better medicine than laughter for any kind of illness or disease, right? That's been proven. And meditation basically helps me, you know. So meditation is nothing but being in the present moment, like not thinking about what has happened and not thinking about what's gonna happen. So meditation basically, just close. I just close my eyes and just focus on my breath for an hour or so, and it's so calming. It basically energizes me. So yes, I think that's the solution to most of the problems.
Okay. So, Bhaskar, any message you want to give to the viewers, to all our millennials who are watching and all the other viewers who are watching?
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, with obviously my limited knowledge of life and what I've seen, what I've experienced. Uh, it's an observation that I have that we should be more open towards the views of other people. We should be more open towards the people who are not like us in some or the other way. It could be your caste, it could be your creed, it could be your religion, it could be your sex. I mean, specifically in our country, the way we treat women is really pathetic. So that is something that we need to introspect. Specifically, the male part of the society needs to introspect that. So one thing is that, and just be liberal. If I have certain fundamental rights, so the other person has, right? If I'm allowed to follow my religion, if I'm allowed to follow the customs and rituals of my caste, so is the other person. So I think I mean, rather, I mean, I should be more liberal, right? Because
Mhm.
that's what we are all about. That's what the country is all about.
True, very well said, Bhaskar. And I hope that this message is actually what we need to think about. Just give a thought about it, because indeed we should not take the right of others if we want to enjoy our rights. So very well said. Thank you so much, Bhaskar. And it was a really lovely and enjoyable session with you, because you really speak from your heart and you have an immense talent indeed. And I wish you all the best that soon we see you as a stand up comedian.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhaskar, for taking out time and sharing this insight from your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was a privilege to be on this show. You rock.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers, for joining us for today's show and watching this lovely show. I hope you also enjoyed as much as I enjoyed taking this interview. See you next Thursday on with another guest. Till then, stay safe, stay at home, take care. I'm Siddhi Saxena signing off. Bye bye.